Hello, beautiful strangers, and welcome back to another episode of Myth. When last we left off, Mato, finished his, what was it that he called it? His awakening. And, well, now we know a little bit more about Riri. Now we know a little bit more about Riri as well. Fuck, Riri. Yeah, I'll get it right, I'm sure. And, well, I think from what it sounds like, they're wanting to learn a bit more about Hibiki, and Mato, of course, seems to want to know more about the world of myth. And, without any further ado, right, I guess because I've been giving you guys updates for some dumb reason, I suck at Dark Souls 2. All of the skills and muscle memory that I learned over Dark Souls 1 is not really helping me at all, and is actively making some things worse. Although it also doesn't help that I couldn't start as a pyromancer, so I had to play as a sorcerer, and the piddly dagger that Sorcerer-kun starts with is not good. Oh, man. Anyway, that's my little update for that. But for real, though, let's get back into it, shall we? I once saw an educational movie where a character said the following: "Think not of the length of the journey, but the steps you take to reach your destination." That's just a convoluted way to say it's about the journey, not the destination. The elderly say, "With fork in hand, travel step by step through this land." God, I've wanted to do food tourism in places for a long time, so that hits close to home. Never been able to. Never had the time. Never had the money. A big thing. I can't fucking afford to walk through a foreign country and just try dozens and dozens of different restaurants in each city, and to try local cuisine and their takes on cuisines that I've had before. Whatever. Dreams and all that. That only applies to fantasy worlds, though. In reality, if someone faced such a long journey, the reaction would be obvious. My mic feels like it's in a weird position. Not sure why. I might have to adjust it a little bit. Not sure. Might be a little slightly too high. Most people would suffer and hesitate. They would think about what lay before them. Such as what was beyond the horizon. Beyond the event horizon, there's a point in my dreams. Well, I guess that's why it's such a nice saying, though. I was in my room before I realized it. I didn't know why exactly. I imagined that there was some meaning behind that, though. Riri had disappeared. Or maybe I had disappeared. Either way, it didn't matter. Yeah, I think I need to lower my mic. Hold on, please. Okay, it's been very slightly lowered, and this seems to be a more correct position. Either way, it didn't matter. It was like I was applying that movie to the current situation. Not that I had any memories of seeing a movie like that before. What exactly was that movie, anyway? All I know is that it existed. I could say this, though. I knew how it was going to end. I knew the entire plot. I was really in deep. Scene XX. Mato-kun falls deep into thought, dejected. Something like that, probably. Damn it. I am who I am. I couldn't just let some third-rate author do what they wanted with me. I was just unable to get used to it. I wanted to look at the night scenery to calm down. I can do that TCH noise. I don't specifically when recording because it peaks my microphone, and because I'm wearing chapstick, and I don't want to do that with wearing chapstick or lip balm. I call all kinds of lip balm chapstick for some reason. I don't know why. I wanted to look at the night scenery to calm down. I left my room. And immediately Eventually, there was a theatrical blackout. Damn it. I once saw an educational movie where a character said the following: think not of the length of the journey, but the steps you take to reach your destination. The elderly say, with fork in hand, travel step by step through this land. That only applies to fantasy worlds, though. In reality, if someone faced such a long journey, their reaction would be obvious. Most people would suffer and hesitate. They would think about what lay before them, such as what was beyond the horizon. Well, I guess that's why it's such a nice saying, though. What is this, a retake? I muttered that to myself. So I really am the big shot actor. Probably, at least. Because I was rejecting how the plot was supposed to proceed. Odin must have viewed me as the lead role. Just who was this Odin? I thought about it. I thought I was thinking about it because it fit with this scene. And so I thought about the oddities of this world. Idiot. Stupid Odin. It's not like you can read my mind. So allow me to think, thoroughly at that, about just who this Odin is. I don't know. And what about this world? What should I do? Damn it. I'm back in actor mode. Ad-libbing is okay, it seems. Meito-kun's sigh causes his gloominess to increase by 10. Da-da-da-da. Nice, stellar performance. Fuck this. Show your fucking self. Blackout. Give me a break already. I kept on horsing around for a bit. As soon as I walked out of my room, I would disappear. How ethereal the world is. I wasn't being nihilistic. That really felt like the truth. The world itself would disappear if I stepped out of my room. But I didn't exactly hate this world. The actions I was permitted to take weren't undesirable ones. I could act as I wanted. I just lacked freedom of action. Someone was limiting exactly what I could do. For example, let's try an experiment. I tried stabbing my wrist with the box cutter in my pencil box. Shit. It cut deep. It hurt so much. I hated it. But I needed to prove something to myself. Blackout. And once again, I reappeared. I looked at my wrist and there was no wound. How could that be? It's impossible. Odin, are you a god? I realized that probably wasn't far off from the truth. I'm but a character in this myth. The night pressed on. It seemed to be passing by rather quickly. Perhaps that's what Odin wanted. I didn't mind in any case. I was sick of thinking anyway. There was only one answer: to play along. Myth Day 16. Me and myself. Drink. I forgot to put a thing. Hold on. One moment. There we go. I put coasters under glasses, and I forgot to do that. Good morning. Dee greeted me like always. Yo. Breakfast is ready. We're having Chinese for once today. We've had Japanese cuisine up until this point. As a result of the plot, Chinese isn't so bad in a while, right? I think I really love Chinese food. Not that I've ever eaten it before. That's good. It was like we were having two different conversations. It was awkward, but felt strangely natural as well. I asked Lady something as I poured soy sauce onto the dish she handed me. Aha! Caught my phone before I dropped it. Hey, Lady. Yes? Is this part of the script? Yes. She replied with a bright smile on her face. The way she was able to do that was kind of frightening. I bet you couldn't cook if it weren't for the script. Don't underestimate me. Even I can cook. I wanted to retort with, it's only because of the plot, but I held back. Here's your meal. She handed me another plate. I used my chopsticks to pick up the gyoza, which I then drenched in soy sauce. Hold on. That was odd. My weather app just suddenly changed. I want to double check something. Okay. Gyoza, okay. That is the Japanese name of a Chinese dish. Okay. I can accept that. I put it in my mouth and... This is amazing. I shouted up at the ceiling. I'm glad you like it. It's like, this is my first time ever tasting food, and it's absolutely delicious. I gave her my impression as I ate the glass noodles. Well, it was actually true that it was the first time I had Chinese food. It was nostalgic though, for some reason. What should I do for dinner? Let's have steak. But that won't work in this world. Who cares about that? That means there will be a scene where I capture a buffalo today. Ew, that's interesting. Also, I don't like buffalo steak, but, you know. To each their own. She sighed. The plot likely dictated that she had to make whatever I wanted to eat. Give it your all, Dee Dee. Buffalo are pretty strong these days, I think. Don't forget to make a knife and fork either. You're awful. And that was how Dee Dee's day would proceed. I lay about on the veranda in the early afternoon after eating a mysterious meal from the ancient land of China. My chair, the pillow on my chair specifically, is making weird noises because it keeps pushing down my back and I want it to stop. I need my backrest, goddammit. I was more full than usual. The fact that Riri always made too much was probably just a quirk of hers. I made too much, I'm such a little klutz, tee. Or something. It wasn't really cute to me, though. It was just kind of annoying. I guess that was just something about her that only she or God would understand. The sunlight in this world was comforting. Being bathed in the gentle rays of the sun felt even more pleasant to me given how long I had lived in that other world. It really was so pleasant. I listened to the chirping of the birds. Were they the same as me? Or were they mere props as well? Forget it. I shouldn't overthink things. I looked up at the sky. It was roughly noon. It'd be time for lunch soon. Of course, Dee Dee would cook for me. I should have asked her to make steak for lunch, though. I hope she's working hard. A face-off between her and a wild cow. Just thinking of that spectacle made me chuckle. I wonder where the cow would appear. It'd make the most sense if it appeared in the grassland, but... what if it was the village chief's room or somewhere like that? That'd be a huge mess. The wall scrolls the chief has would all be destroyed. What would the chief say after seeing his room torn to pieces? Oh my god. He'd probably cry. I enjoyed imagining things like that. It was like they were actually living inside my head. I wonder what the chief is up to. Probably nothing, because it wasn't his time to appear in the script. In the next script, I muttered to myself, it was by no means certain that we could probably meet again soon. It was my duty to get used to them and be friendly after all. I hope we can speak again. It was strange. Back when I thought I was totally free to act of my own will, I never thought about how I wanted to speak with the chief. I guess that just means I like the guy. Wait, seriously? I'm just gonna pray that it has to do with the script. Anyway, time passed by as I thought about things like that. The scene didn't change, even though I felt like I had thought about the chief and my sentiments for this place for long enough. scene returned to the veranda. I was just lying down like I was before. Am I missing something? If anything came to mind, it was... Way. Rumble, rumble. That can't be possible. It has nothing to do with me. That's Dee Dee's job. My prayers were in vain, though, as I saw Dee Dee appear. Meito-san, I couldn't do it. Huh? It's huge. It'd last us for years. No, we'd be set for meals for a decade even. Wait, I don't have time to be thinking about stuff like that. A single buffalo wouldn't last 2 adult humans for years, let alone decades. But whatever. Well, I mean, I guess it theoretically could if you barely eat it, but even a full-sized cow, buffalo are bigger than cows too. It's not gonna last years. Like if you don't eat it every day, I would say that you could probably get 2 people to eat through a buffalo, or like a full-sized buffalo, in maybe a year. I'd say a year if it's not eaten every day. If you eat it every day, I don't know. A lot less than that. Especially if you're eating it for every meal, I think it'll last a couple months at most. But I actually don't know how much a full-sized buffalo weighs. I've never bought buffalo meat because I don't really like buffalo meat. Anyway, moving on. I think you can capture it? Are you crazy? The buffalo chased after Dee Dee as she ran my way while we chatted. Could I really catch that thing? How? I sincerely doubt I've ever caught one of those before. If only I were a big game hunter. Shit. Out of the way, Dee Dee. The buffalo approached with reckless fury. Bring it on. And I kicked it as hard as I could. The buffalo seemed to have taken some serious damage from my kick. The speed at which it was chasing Dee Dee at probably played a factor in that too. If you kicked a full charging fucking buffalo, I'm pretty sure it'd shatter your goddamn leg, but whatever. The buffalo groaned. Ow! And so did I. Buffalo have hard heads. Yes, they have horns. They headbutt things. They hit things with their head and their horns, so it's fucking hard. You moron. My foot wasn't even numb. It was literally throbbing in pain. Yeah, that's probably the broken bones. You'll be fine. You just won't ever be able to use your leg again. And the buffalo cowered for the time being, but I didn't think I delivered the finishing blow to it just yet. Dee Dee, run, now! Right. Dee Dee ran off into the house, and I turned to face the bovine again. I moved so that its gaze was directed at the pond. Please give me a CG or a sprite or something with the buffalo. Tatanka. I had an idea. There was a certain term I had heard once before. Mad dash. Merci Odin, I blew a kiss up towards the sky. Come at me, bro. This fucking guy. I provoked the bovine, and it soon began its dash after letting off a strange noise. I had no knowledge of wild cattle, but it didn't matter. It was clear as day that the thing was extremely pissed off. I think most of my knowledge of wild buffalo comes from playing Red Dead Redemption 2 and Gun. Were there wild buffalo and Gun? I don't remember. And, of course, Tatanka. What's wrong? Don't be a baby. Like they say, buffalo, 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 buffalo. Yes. I don't think buffalo can growl, but you know, whatever. My bullying seemed surprisingly effective, even though I wasn't a buffalo. Ooh, I don't really... I know buffalo can kind of sort of move, but I don't know what these sounds are supposed to sound like. I've never... never seen a wild buffalo. I've seen wild cows, but not buffalo. It rushed at me like it had gone crazy. Time stopped. Well, it seemed to slow down, at least. I couldn't fail, or else I'd be finished. Unfortunately at that, or undoubtedly at that, those sharp horns would pierce right through me. but I would survive. And my chances of survival would be 100%. Otherwise, it would be inconsistent with the script. That's why this wouldn't kill me. Yeah, you fucking... How many... Like Riri said in the prologue? Intro sequence before you went in after you regained your memories and remembered what she actually said to you, there are many different bad ends. So, don't count on it. Because this, too, was all part of the plot. Perhaps there was a route prepared for my death, though. Maybe I really could die. Was that actually true? What should I do? The buffalo was just 5 meters away. It didn't matter what I did. The plot was already written. 3 meters. 2 meters. 1. I just had to move. Oh shit. And you curse, it fades too. Okay. Thanks for the meal. Thanks for the meal. You're gonna cut out the best part? The tension and excitement racing through me remained as I looked at the now cooked bovine before me. I pressed my hands together in thanks. That buffalo was huge. We'll be having steak every night from now on. I guess my wish was granted. What about the brisket or the ribs or the... Never mind. Just, I like brisket and ribs. Sue me? I guess my wish was granted. So much food. I ate way too much. I wonder how much of the buffalo we managed to eat. Thinking about it made me feel like my insides were literally becoming cow. Yes, it was a portal to the meat dimension. It didn't really feel good. I wanted to lead a life without buffaloes for a while. Meito-san? What's up, Riri? Meito-san? Thank you for today. Oh, she was talking about the buffalo. Don't worry about it. It was my fault she was being chased by it anyway. But you risked your life to protect me. Riri looked down, her face red. Oh, it seems Odin wants me to hook up with Riri. The scene with the buffalo seemed to be a trigger for our love to develop. That's crazy. How does catching a wild cow lead to love? It's too contrived. Because I really care about you. I played along. I had no other choice. A cliche way to react. Saying, huh? Like that. She knew what I was about to say. She was such an actress. I knew. But I pretended that I didn't notice. Meito-san. I like you. I'm so happy. At this rate, we gazed at one another. We were going to kiss, weren't we? No, kiss. That had to be it. What else would we do after confessing our affection for each other? This is nuts. Close your eyes. I followed along. Was this what I was supposed to be doing? It was likely a permissible action for us actors on the stage. But think for a moment. The way I'm thinking right now, just who am I? Meito Tanabe? I'm Meito Tanabe, but I am not. Do I have the right to think? Right? What right? Oh, stupid. No, by being here, I obviously didn't. Then, what am I? What am I if I stripped off my right to think as an individual? I'm sorry, Riri. Okay? The real me doesn't know anything about love. So, she closed her eyes. I brought my cheek towards her and softly whispered to her, I'm sorry. I said that of my own will. Meito-san? I embraced her. According to the script, I likely kissed her. Hence why I embraced her like that. But my will made me look to the side. I desperately wanted to resist. I sincerely wanted to cry. I held those tears back, though, because I knew I had to follow the script. Even so, I couldn't hold back. I just couldn't. I'd go crazy. It was impossible. You fool. Riri-san's words were her own. They weren't part of the script. I couldn't say anything to her. A sense of regret reflexively spread throughout my body and mind. That regret was from not following the script. Didn't I say I was going to play along? Damn it. Was this all just a script? Were there really no other possibilities? Like, couldn't this be the real world, far removed from this crazy story? Couldn't today just end? And when I awoke, Shimon, So, and everyone else would be back to normal. And they'd soon show me something unrealistic, proving to me that this is all but... Good morning, Meto-kun. A dream. Or just some sort of virtual reality. It didn't matter to me. I just wanted this world of shadows to not exist at all. I just wanted a cute girl who was painted in black ink to be playing the role of Hibiki. And, in reality, I, too, had a shadow. Just let me think that everything up until this point was all an act. I need a drink. Shadowless. Stop it. Kiss me. No. Meto Tanabe, you wandered into this world holding questions about yourself. I don't want to hear it. The stage is reality for you. That's wrong. Our surroundings were quiet, completely silent. This place was so peaceful, so beautiful, and nothing of note happened. Shadowless. Why? Why was she capable of this? How can you do these absurd things? I couldn't act like that. It was impossible. Everyone and everything just felt pointless to me. You may not want this, but I want to show you something tomorrow. Show me what? The truth. The truth? Yes, the unmoving truth found in this world. I couldn't respond to her. My mental discord was recreated in this world as a blank space. You embracing me? She continued. Her voice was her own from when we first met. Her will had returned. Sorry, just not my desk. Hope that wasn't too loud. Me being embraced by you? We are but idols. There is no meaning to our existence. That's right. She's exactly right. But acknowledging that fact was equivalent to the denial of my very existence. But I don't want to believe that. Isn't that what life is all about? People say to follow the path. In the end, though, it's you, someone with a will of their own, who will follow that path. Just what exactly were Riri and I? Aren't we just living corpses? Aren't we just being controlled like marionettes? Just like the Pied Piper led rats through the street, just like the Never mind. It's the exact same thing. Living corpses? I wanted her to deny it. That's why I said it with such emotion. It's not a bad way of putting it, but she didn't. What kind of expression was I wearing on my face at that moment? Was I able to keep a straight face? We have our own will, though, and so long as we possess a will, we can remain ourselves. But even that, what meaning did that hold? Suffering. Because we hold such a will, all we can do is look at our objective selves. I couldn't stand it. Yes, but we can think of ourselves as ourselves, to view things objectively as a dangerous weapon, shadowless. A weapon? That's right. A weapon. An object used to battle others. To fight with? Yes. Against who? Myth. Listen. I can't imagine this is actually the case, but do you really not know about what the precise premise behind our existence is? Premise? She pondered for a moment and then began to explain. Why are we not induced to feel certain things? For example, hunger. Because we're characters? That's true for the people who lived here, yes. But we're humans, living beings, and as such we should experience physiological phenomena. Do you really think we're truly humans after hearing what I just told you? Are you saying that we're Einherjar, the souls of the dead? We are corpses. How? That can't be right. We're dead. Calm yourself, Shadowless. We have to fight. Our souls will return to our bodies once the myth reaches its conclusion. Ragnarok. Who said that? The Valkyrie. She said that as she guided us here. And we could return to where we came from. Otherwise, who would put up with this horrible plot? Do you remember? Do you remember the moment of your death? Yes, vividly. Dying isn't pleasant, especially when you're betrayed by someone. I don't want to experience that ever again. Shadowless, do you believe I'm acting out of my own goodwill for Ragnarok's sake? Of course I'm not. I'm acting in my own interests. Shadowless. She had a clear goal in mind as she spoke. We're Einherjar. Our circumstances are the same, which means that you too have the choice to return to reality. I want to work together with you. I'm dead? Death? Murder? Am I dead? Why did I die? What happened where I came from? I can't unravel it. Mama, Papa, farewell, Mato. Farewell. My brain hurt. Yes, longer episode today. I couldn't do it. I couldn't return to that place. I don't want to go back. I never want to go back there. Why not? Because Mama and Papa are gone. So what if your parents are gone? I can't do it. I can't unravel it without them. Unravel? Unravel what? I don't want to think about it anymore. Don't hesitate, Shadowless. It's your job to remain as yourself and to recall your past. No, I'm sick of this. I can't act like this anymore. She laughed. I figured she'd cheer me up somehow, because she was kind. That's why. Don't be naive, you fucking brat. Her words resounded so loudly in my chest. She called me a brat. No, she called you a fucking brat. There's a difference. Important one, as a matter of fact. Brat, 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 brat. Okay. Did you think I'd comfort you because I'm kind like that? Or do you think I'm going to pick up your slack? No. Listen to me, Shadowless. This isn't a problem that only we face, It's a problem that the world itself is encountering. We are definitely special in this world because we can do things that others can't. We're capable of changing the situation. No, we're the only ones who can. Meito Tanabe, decide. Don't try to rely on others. Don't expect a miracle, because miracles don't exist. True miracles occur after hundreds of thousands of occurrences. That's all they are. Do you want to just continue acting on the stage? Or do you want to act of your own will and attempt to coexist with these shadows? I'm done questioning you. Former is much easier because it means you'll never have to think again. You'll live a superficial life, experience a superficial death, and if that repeats over and over, myth will reach its inevitable conclusion, Ragnarok. Myth will just be a scrap of paper. Are you really fine with that? I need you. You need me? Shadowless, you're a special existence. And myth seems to be revolving around you at its core. I believe that you hold the key to these mysteries. The key? I knit that sweater for you because I had a feeling you'd be able to survive, given your condition. The shadowless Einherjar, I believe that. Am I? You are the protagonist. Protagonist? I believe it's very possible. And who made that decision? Who knows? It's not like it's certain. But you are a complete mystery. It's up to you to decide, Meito Tanabe. Will you continue to just act on the stage, or will you try to change it? Me, myself. I don't know. I never wanted that role. Don't attack me. I just lived in the world I was born in. I have no other responsibility. I see. I thought she was going to get mad at me, but that was all she said. I knew why, though. It was because I had to decide for myself. I had to decide what I would do from here on, but 5 days. Huh? We have 5 days left. I'll choose how to spend those next 5 days. And I'll love you. I'll follow the plot of my own free will. Why? You're fascinating. That was a disgusting, calculated lie. Even I knew that. I was still holding her. She hugged me back just then, though. Her body was so warm. And that action in itself was filled with such a purpose. I slipped out of her arms. You're free to do that. But I'll do what I please too. Do what you want. That's all I could say to her. Myth, Day 17, Monologue, and the end of this long episode. Not that I mind, I enjoyed reading this visual novel, and I could have ended it earlier, but I was a bit lost in the story, or not lost, but, well, I guess I had lost myself in the story, I think would be the more correct thing to say. It was fun. I like this visual novel a lot. And I'm not somebody that minds exposition as long as the writing is halfway decent and it is interesting to me. So, and I think it's all of those things. So, next time, we're going to get some kind of monologue, and, well, I'm curious about that. And, well, I hope you are too, and I hope to see you all there.